Welcome to Vigorous Chair Yoga. My name is Laurie, and this is Yoga with Laurie. And you're welcome to go to my website and check out other programs, other videos, other audios. In this particular class today, I'll be working on a Vinyasa Flow at the chair. Many people feel that chair yoga is only designated for people who have struggled to stand. But working with a chair as a prop for your Vinyasa Flow can enhance postural alignment and start to build your confidence to be able to join classes that work on the mat, build strength over time, and create balance. So enjoy the video. It is a wee bit cold here, so I'm going to start with my boots are on. I would recommend that when you do chair yoga, you work with a non-slippery surface, preferably bare feet. It might be a wee bit cold for my feet today. But let's start with the 6 directions of the spine. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, coming forward. Moving the spine in extension and flexion. Waking up the body. And then from there, moving into lateral flexions of the spine, left and right. Focusing on the breath, synchronizing your movement with the breath, which is a large part of the pace that we need to work with in a vinyasa class. The breath will designate that speed. Inhale, moving into the rotations left and right of the spine. I like to do multiple rotations with the breath, exhaling as I twist, inhaling neutral. Allowing the spine to increase its range of motion over time, not forcing it. I like to think of it as delicious discomfort. And I think I will remove my boots just to give you the correct alignment for the poses. I'm going to have cold feet at the end of this class, but it's all in a good cause. You can see there's residue of snow still here. We're going to start with hip openings, taking that left leg out and back. Out and back, just warming up the hip. And for those who've done chair yoga, you'll notice that I'm on the edge of the chair, opposite side. Inhale, open. Exhale, back. Inhale, open. Exhale, back. Now, by coming to the edge of the chair, it gives me a lot more options and forces a postural alignment that normally won't happen if I'm leaning back against the chair. Now, the next time I open the hips to the left, I'm going to bring that right buttocks off the chair, extend that left leg behind me, and square the hips, keeping one hand on the chair, hips square, press back that back heel, extend through that right hip flexor, and release. Just warming up, feeling that postural alignment for runner's lunge. Notice that left knee is perpendicular to the left ankle. Left leg is grounded, hip width distance apart. Now from here I can raise one arm or two arms into that runner's lunge, or I could simply lift the hip off the chair, raise one arm, so now I'm in standing runner's lunge, and two arms. But I have the confidence now that my hips are aligned, they're square, and that left knee is perpendicular to that left ankle. Back heel is lifted, ball of the foot grounded. To come down, make sure you move the hips towards the chair and come back around. Take a moment to feel the contrast between the left and right hip. Coming around to the other side, identical, bring that left sit bone off the chair, extend, lift one arm, two arms. That seated runner's lunge, simply to come into standing runner's lunge, lift that right sit bone and then lift up. So this is great preparation for our flow today. Again, right knee perpendicular to right ankle. Exhale, release, and come on down. Now we can do the same for Warrior 2. In Warrior 2, start in the same way. That left knee is perpendicular to left ankle. This time you'll notice the back foot comes out. The calcaneus or heel bone is driving down into the ground, creating a nice alignment through the hip, knee, and ankle joint. Open that right shoulder back more so that there's a sense of being sandwiched between two panes of glass. So I'm in what's called the sagittal plane. Right hip back, and left knee does not track inwards. It stays perpendicular to that left ankle. Turn the head and reach forward. There tends to be an obsession for people to lean forward in Warrior 2. This is usually shown on pharmaceutical commercials, but really we want that trunk perpendicular. We want an equal distribution back and forth. Even though we're facing forward, there's a real sense of that posterior arm reaching back. Exhale, release, and change sides. Right knee perpendicular to that right ankle. Drop that back heel. My foot is slightly pigeon-toed. I find that a little more beneficial. Some people line up the back foot parallel to the back edge of the mat. Bring the left shoulder back. There's the sagittal plane, hips and shoulders in that sagittal plane, gazing out over those front fingertips. Exhale, release. Come back. Now I'll do the same thing, except this time I'll be straddling the chair in the opposite direction. So I'll be facing the back of the chair, and this will force a little widening in the posture. So as I come into that left side, back heel, but look at this, it gives me a beautiful sense of that postural alignment, that sagittal plane, and I feel a deepening in that back hip flexor. Again, I'm with lots of support here. There's nothing that I'm having to hold up with the legs because the chair's doing that work for me, but I'm really opening up the hips prior to my flow. Exhale, release. Come down for a moment, just feel that hip opening. Inhale, stand, and then turn the chair in a way that the seat faces you. And we'll start to do our sun breaths. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the chair. Walk back a little bit and press back into downward dog. Inhale, come forward into high plank. And then bring the hips forward, shoulders back, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, release the chair, float up. Exhale, Samatiti, pose of attention. And this is a wonderful way to use the chair if you have a few issues in downward dog, plank, up dog. Simply because we're at an angle where the upper body is above the feet, there's less intensity on the body. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, hips forward, shoulders back, come into that back bend. Arms are straight, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. And now we'll move into our flow. With the rhythm of your own breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, upward dog. Come back, downward dog. This time, right foot high into the sky, three-legged dog. Step that right foot forward. Right knee perpendicular to that right ankle. Left heel raised. Reach up. Now notice my left hand is on the chair for balance. If you want to leave, you can. 3 breaths. Exhale, float the hands down, step back, downward dog, left foot high to the sky, three-legged dog, step that left foot forward, hips are square, right hand comes up, left hand comes up. Again, I have the chair there for balance. This is a balance pose, runner's lunge. And then come through the vinyasa, exhale, hands down, step back, downward dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Right foot high to the sky, three-legged dog. Step it forward. Inhale, come up, runner's lunge. Now exhale, as I come into warrior two, I'm going to use the chair to get the position of that back foot correct. Back foot lines up with the heel of the front foot, so there's a sense of being on the same plane. Remember, we're trying to come into that sagittal plane. Left shoulder comes back, right knee perpendicular, left hand floats out, gazing forward, warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. 3 breaths. Now to come out, I like to come back to runner's lunge, hands down, change the plane so that back foot now comes into the frontal plane. Exhale, down to the chest, step back, downward dog. Vinyasa flow if you like. Left foot high to the sky, three-legged dog, step forward. Runner's lunge. Coming into warrior two, the chair is a great way to maintain balance as that back hip lines up. Shoulders, hips, arms, head, all in that sagittal plane. And breathe. Come back, frontal plane, runner's lunge. Exhale, step back, downward dog. Come through the vinyasa. Right foot high to the sky, three-legged dog, step it forward. So you're starting to know the way here. We go runner's lunge. Open up warrior two. Now drop the back hand onto the back leg. Reach up with that right hand towards the sky and then back over the body. Dancing warrior. Now keep that back leg strong and that front knee remains perpendicular to the ankle. Coming back from whence we came, Virabhadrasana 2. Runner's lunge. Exhale, step back. Left foot high to the sky, three-legged dog. Step it forward, runner's lunge. Open up Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2, proud warrior. Dropping that back hand. Warrior 2, runner's lunge. And you can see in the snow, it's a little slippery for me, so I am using the chair quite a bit to maintain balance, which is fine. And you don't want to take any unnecessary risks. If you're struggling with balance, use a chair. Keep your hand on the chair at all times. As you come back, inhale, open up, Samatiji pose of attention. So we'll do one more flow, mainly because my toes are getting really cold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down to the chair, downward dog. Come through your vinyasa. Right foot high to the sky, three-legged dog. Step it forward, runner's lunge. Whoa, a little bit of balance there. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Dancing warrior. Now from dancing warrior back to Virabhadrasana 2, come forward, reaching forward, keeping that front knee bent, side angle. Reaching out, lengthening through the ribs. It's so beautiful out here. Inhale, float up. Step that hip back, runner's lunge. Exhale, step back, downward dog. Left foot, high to the sky, three-legged dog. Step it forward, runner's lunge. Viratu, dancing warrior. Inhale, Viratu, reaching forward, side angle. Plank, plank, plank. And Viratu, coming back, runner's lunge. One last vinyasa. I mean, from the feet up, I'm really warm. So it just goes to show you, even though it's chair yoga, you can generate a lot of circulation, a lot of flow. Inhale, hands together in prayer position. Notice the heartbeat. Notice the breath. Notice the expansion in the body. Notice how much the body is woken up. And then simply come back to your chair and take a moment to feel the results of your practice. So I hope this was of benefit to you, something that you can take for those who are working with injury, those who are developing their practice. Chair yoga can be an amazing portal into improvement of performance. My name is Laurie. Please look me up on the web, www.yogawithlaurie.weebly.com. Bring your hands together in prayer position. Let the head bow in gratitude for each breath we take. Namaste. Thank you.